First Alert Weather Extra starts now.
Welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. This is our all-weather streaming show that airs exclusively on our streaming platforms after WBRC Fox 6 News wraps up at 6 o'clock. So we'll be back on here for the rest of the weeknights tonight. And tonight we are talking about that unsettled weather pattern we have in place. Let's look at those First Alert weather headlines as we look ahead to the rest of the week. Definitely already seeing some signs out there that a few sprinkles are trying to make their way into northwest Alabama. So whenever you hear a meteorologist say it's an unsettled weather pattern, that just means it's more active. There's a chance of rain and storms in the forecast. And oftentimes when we see this in the winter months, that is normally coinciding with a warming trend, which we are already noticing this evening. So bottom line, just some off and on rain chances. You can scan that QR code at the top right corner of your screen if you're not already watching us there, and download the First Alert weather app for all of those latest updates as we navigate the off and on rain and storms this week. So checking First Alert AccuTrack tonight, a little bit of light rain has been making its way across northwest Alabama, pushing towards that I-65 corridor. Likely the best chance of seeing some light rain tonight is going to be north and west of I-2059. So we'll zoom in here. Tuscaloosa seeing a few sprinkles this evening, stretching up towards Berry and I-22. Fayette looks like you've already seen some sprinkles moving through in Ewan. And then as we look from Dora to Adamsville, seeing a little bit of light rain sliding down I-22. So it's not out of the question and that if you live in western Jefferson County or northern Jefferson County, you could see a few sprinkles here shortly up towards Springville and Warrior, and then also in some of our northwest areas like Winston County down towards Fayette County and Walker County. We've got a couple of showers that are moving through from Carbon Hill up towards Double Springs, just moving east right along I-22. Even in northeast Alabama, we've seen a few sprinkles for tonight, a little closer to Gadsden. These are now pushing eastward into Cherokee County. So if you're in center, you could see a little brief sprinkle here shortly. But over the next 60 minutes, these light rain showers will continue to move towards I-65, Coleman, Birmingham. Not out of the question. You could see a few sprinkles here shortly, but I don't think it's anything that's going to have a major impact on your Monday evening plans. You may be headed out to the grocery store to knock off some errands before you embark on that 4-day work week for tomorrow. The weather tonight is going to be better than it's going to be tomorrow morning when we expect some more rain around. But check it out. Compared to this morning when we were cold and dry, now temperatures for a lot of us still in the 60s, even well after the sun has set. Seeing some 50s across East Alabama, 55 in Ashland, 61 in Birmingham, and 62 in Tuscaloosa. So just 24 hours ago, we have already warmed up a good 15 to 20 degrees. So you've got that little blanket of cloud cover tonight. We've got that warming trend that's kicking in. Those are all things that are going to help it be a little warmer than it would be otherwise, like when we started off this morning in the 30s. So for tomorrow morning, 50s, much milder, and a first alert for some rain back in the forecast. Now this does not look to be a washout. Tuesday doesn't look to be dreary all day long. Likely still going to be some clouds into the afternoon, but it looks like rain chances by the afternoon really begin to taper off a little bit. So let's look at that futurecast here over the next 24 hours. The rain is so light right now, our model didn't even pick up on it. So as we go into the overnight hours, once we get past midnight, notice that rain coverage begins to expand eastward and more light to moderate rain around. You could hear a few rumbles of thunder, but generally we're not expecting much other than some rain to start off your morning commute tomorrow. Here we are at 7 a.m. It generally looks like if you're in northwest Alabama, you would be seeing less water on the roads than if you were in East Alabama, having a little bit more light to moderate rain falling east of I-65. So generally this rain will be coming in from the north and west and then gradually pushing to the southeast to where by the time we get into the afternoon hours after lunchtime, just a couple of isolated showers around. Could see some peaks of sun. Even if the sun doesn't manage to come out, it's going to be pretty warm. We'll still have that southerly component to the winds, and that will help to keep temperatures closer to 70 degrees for tomorrow. But generally, again, just notice how rain coverage tomorrow afternoon, not as impressive. So as long as you have the rain gear early in the day, you'll be good. But we mentioned these off and on rounds of rain. Could there be any storms in the mix? I think the one day we need to watch, even though it's not looking promising promising at this time, which is good news, is going to be on Wednesday. So notice to our west on Wednesday, and this is accounting for Wednesday into the overnight hours too, very early Thursday morning. A greater risk for severe weather highlighted here where there's a level 2 out of 5 risk, the yellow across the Mississippi River Valley areas westward. But then you'll notice the green here, that level 1 out of 5 risk does just creep over into West Alabama a little bit. So I think our best chance if we were to see an isolated strong to severe storm Wednesday night into early Thursday morning would be in West Alabama. And then the general idea is that as these storms move eastward overnight, they're going to be weakening. So if we were to see an isolated storm embedded within the rain coming in, it could produce maybe some strong wind gusts, a brief tornado or hail, but I still think the best ingredients are going to be to the west of us where that storm fuel is going to be in place. Whereas here, it's going to be lacking. You need that fuel to give more energy to the storms and make them more robust. So if we're going to be lacking in that, that could help us out with that severe weather threat. So let's look at the futurecast going into Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning generally looks quiet. One thing I do want to note is that tomorrow night into early Wednesday, there could be some fog around, so be mindful of that. But otherwise, I think the best chance of rain on Wednesday won't be until the afternoon hours, some scattered showers, some thunderstorms moving in. And then here's that main line we're going to be tracking Wednesday night. So you could see a little break in the rain, but then as we go into Wednesday overnight, this could be a situation where we have nighttime storms coming through, which is why we want to make sure you do have a way to receive alerts in case there was a rogue warning, but mainly just expecting some widespread rain Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. And then after midnight, those storms will keep on pushing eastward. That's when we could see that potential for a rogue thunderstorm, one that could be severe. But really, that best chance for severe weather going to stay well to the west of us. And then here we are Thursday at lunchtime, clearing out, seeing some sunshine. Now, as we look ahead to that weekend forecast, we're talking about this unsettled weather pattern. You get a brief little reprieve from the storms after Thursday morning, and then another chance of rain going into the weekend. Notice, though, it's going to be cooler. Temperatures only in the 50s for our highs this weekend, but still keeping that wet weather around. I mean, we're talking maybe a good 1 to 2 inches of rain through Sunday night. So prepare yourselves for having that rain gear around. No day looks to be a washout, and we'll certainly keep an eye on that potential for some stronger storms on Wednesday night. Right now, though, as I know Matt and Fred were telling you earlier today, we are encouraged that certainly it looks nothing like what we saw last week, but it looks like a big limiting factor is going to be that lack of storm fuel. But coming up on First Alert Weather Extra, we will take a look at that 7-day forecast and then send you into the great beyond, or Monday night, as some of us call it. We'll be right back.
January is Bass Safety Month, and I'm on site to see how West Shore Home is providing homeowners with safe and accessible bathing solutions. Today, we're going to do 2 installations in just one day. So let's go upstairs and check it out. So you can see this tub is really hard to step in. That increases your chances of falling. So what we're going to do to fix that is install an easy, low-step shower with beautiful sliding glass doors. But this isn't the only shower we're working on. We're gonna go check out the next right now. So we're gonna replace this tub with another tub, but what we really wanna focus on is this up here, the drywall above the shower, because if moisture gets in there, mold can form, and that can be a huge problem. We're gonna fix that by bringing the walls all the way up to the ceiling. That will eliminate any concern of mold growing. So it's time for me to get out of here so the installers can get to work. We'll check back in when the job is done. So the installers just wrapped up, and this looks amazing. They took the walls all the way up to the ceiling, and they were able to replace that old tub with something new and modern. But this isn't the only project they worked on today. Let's go check out the other bathroom. In just one day, the West Shore Home team was able to complete 2 installations. And the crazy part is, we do this type of job every day. So if you're looking for a safer bathing solution, give us a call and you can get this great offer. Call in now because we're doing 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means you don't have to worry about paying anything on your project until well into 2024. Plus, we're taking 20% off all shower and bath projects. Call West Shore Home now.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Lenahan giving you an in-depth look at that 7-day forecast. So yes, the weather pattern is going to be more unsettled, off and on rain and potentially a few thunderstorm chances in the mix. One reason we could be seeing a few thunderstorms back in the forecast, check it out, really a warming trend at least through Thursday. So if you thought it felt a touch warmer this afternoon, you were right. We've got 70s back on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon, and definitely going to be warmer on Thursday morning. But this storm system that comes in Thursday, it will have a cold front associated with it, so that could knock us back down into the 30s by Friday morning. But focusing on the first half of the week, we've got some scattered showers that is going to be around for tomorrow morning, potentially a few rumbles of thunder. So just be mindful that not only is that rain going to come through overnight, but there could be a little bit of wet roads to deal with for that morning commute. And then briefly drier, that rain chance for Wednesday, kind of more accounting for the afternoon hours, it looks like. So later into the afternoon and evening, that storm system approaches. Right now, the severe weather threat looking very, very low as we go Wednesday night to Thursday morning, then drying out Thursday afternoon. That's when that cooler air comes in on Friday, and briefly drier before we see another disturbance, keeping with that unsettled weather pattern moving through, and that could bring us some rain. Right now, it looks like the timing over the weekend would be Saturday night into Sunday morning. And notice it's cooler too. Temperatures in the 50s versus the 70s. So still plenty of time to fine tune that forecast for you. I'll be sending an update out shortly on the First Alert weather app. And of course, we'll have the latest on your forecast coming up tonight on First at 9. But you can join us back here on Weather Extra tomorrow on your streaming devices at 6:30. I'm meteorologist Lauren Lenahan. Have a safe and happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day.